Thus I have heard. The 21st Century Bodhisattva was sitting at home reading a collection of a friend's writings when she heard a knock at her door. Looking through the window, she saw the familiar brown truck parked outside. Upon opening her door, she was greeted by her local United Parcel Service delivery man. He gave her a small box, a book that she had been expecting, and they exchanged pleasantries. Concluding their conversation, she said, as usual, "My gratitude to you and all the others who have made this possible." Rather than turning and walking toward his truck, this time the man looked at her and asked, "You say that often. What do you mean when you say that? I've wondered. Which others are you referring to?" The Bodhisattva smiled, and as it was warm outside, she invited the man in for some iced tea while she explained. After a brief hesitation, he accepted. "Well," the Bodhisattva began, "I am appreciative to you for bringing this to my home, and I also thankfully recognize all the others who played a role in the process." "You mean our dispatchers and other drivers?" "Well, yes, but there's many more. Let's start at the beginning." Well, actually, there is no beginning, as you'll soon see for yourself. As I've been anticipating reading the book you've just brought me, let's begin at its creation. I am most grateful to the book's author for writing it, and all those who made his life, experiences, and writings possible. And then those who published it, making it available for distribution. Of course, its publication couldn't have occurred without the paper on which it's printed, so recognition and gratitude for all those who grew the trees, logged the lumber, and made the papers in order. And we mustn't forget those who built the machinery that enabled the paper to be made, and then those who got the paper to the printing plant, which was in turn created by many, many people. I acknowledge the role they all played and thank them. Then there's the ink manufacturers, and those who made the crates for the ink and paper and books to be shipped in. We've already included many thousands of people, and we've only just produced the book. Unmentioned are all the people, innumerable, who made it possible for those we've acknowledged to exist and to work. Each person, had a vast web of support, both direct and indirect, that made their efforts possible. I recognize and thank them all. Since I ordered this book by computer from my local bookstore, there's all the people who made and make it possible for computers to exist, and for me to have one. Just think how many are responsible for getting electricity to our homes and places of business. And then there's the people at the bookstore and those in the bank who created and operate the systems by which I could pay by using my account number. A remarkable amount of people. Each played a part in my having this book now. I recognize and thank them all. Gesturing outside, the Bodhisattva continued. Your truck. All the materials and pieces that went into its construction, the designers and engineers and mechanics who put it together, and all those who discovered and drilled and refined the oil that became the gasoline that enabled you to get here today. I recognize and thank them. And there's you. Not an independent entity, but a product of infinite sources. Obviously, there's your parents, made possible by their parents, and all the people who educated and nurtured you to the point of today being able to perform your work and knock on my door. Those who designed, harvested the materials, and made the clothes you're wearing. The food you've eaten. The bed you sleep in. I recognize and thank them all. Do you realize how many people have played a role through so many years and in so many places around the planet, leading to and culminating in this moment we're sharing here now? And how if the contribution of just one of them didn't happen, or didn't occur in the way it did, how this moment could not have happened? Can you see the complete perfection of the vast and interdependent web in which we all live, in which we participate, not just as a receiver, but as a necessary contributor as well? This is what and whom I am acknowledging and offering gratitude for when I thank you and others. And please understand that those others include all beings, not just those who are human. The UPS man sat for a few moments in thought and then looked up. Thank you. I always thought we were so singular, so alone. I never saw things in this way before. And it's all so unavoidably obvious. Thank you for showing me this. and for this refreshing drink. It was delicious. A small smile, and thank you to all the beings who made this tea possible for me to enjoy. Thank you. Then, remembering his work, he said, I must be going now. After saying goodbye, the man walked out toward his truck, his deepest perspectives expanding with each moment as he became increasingly aware of the timeless magnitude of the system in which he exists, in which all beings are included. Deeply appreciative of his blossoming view, and thankful to the 21st Century Bodhisattva for sharing it with him, he climbed into his truck, started the engine, and smiling at the sheer vastness of it all, drove on to his next delivery. This recording, the UPS Sutra, was written by Mark Winwood and included in his 2016 collection of writings, Am Stopping My Finger Now, Tibetan Buddhist Musings for Western Life. My name is Claire Van Bergen, Mark's daughter. Mark is the founder of the Chenrezig Project, a Tibetan Buddhist study and practice group currently resident in Colorado and with a national online presence. You can learn more about the Chenrezig Project at www.chenrezigproject.org. That's CHENREZIG project.org. The background music was composed and performed by our collaborator, the San Francisco Bay Area musician Bobby Vega, and appears on his 2017 album Matters of the Heart. You can learn more about Bobby and his music at his website, www.bobbyvega.com. That's BOBBYVEGA.com. Or, as he's very findable online, you can simply Google his name or look for his numerous videos on YouTube. We remain grateful to Bobby for his friendship, his talents, and his generosity in sharing his beautiful music with our listeners. Please feel free to share the link to this with those you feel it might resonate. And thank you for listening.